welcome everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you some prediction readings for the 11th of March. Now I am out here with the doggos. As you can see, Sprocket has collapsed in the dirt. Sophie's wandering around aimlessly. Welcome anybody new to my channel. Please consider subscribing. It'd be lovely to have you here. Hit those like buttons, guys, and please feel free to comment down below. We all chat to each other here and let each other know what's going on in our countries. I've got so many of you, Pam, Catherine, Sue, you're always brilliant. You let me know what's going on with the weather. There's so many of you, you know who you are out there. Always try and write back to you because you are important to me. And you let us know what's going on with your leaders and in your country, because we often do not see it on mainstream media, a very common thing that we talk about and discuss a lot on this channel. First off, guys, I've got a couple of things to show you for my wedding that I'm going to, and a lot of you have been following what I'm wearing to. I'm going to a wedding, guys. It's a Lord of the Rings wedding in a castle for my nephew in a couple of weeks' time, and some of you were suggesting some pins and brooches for the capes, so I did find some. So I got this one to put on my hubby's black cape. He's got like the Aragon cape. It's pretty cool, isn't it? It's like a steampunk one, really, but I thought it sort of looked a little bit Celtic. And I got this one to put on mine. It's like a little cute little handmade flower pin because mine's like an amber colour. So it's quite pretty, isn't it? How's the detail? People are so clever. I have this little shop that hand makes things, and so I try to support all the little local shops, as we all do out there. I know, guys, we're all trying to do that, aren't we? First off, I've got a little bit of admin, guys. Excuse me, I'm trying to be organised. I'm feeling way better, guys. I had my PIC line out yesterday, which is good. So the last of my IV went through yesterday, and I'm now taking tablet antibiotics. And yes, I have my probiotics in the fridge, guys. So cheers to that. I'm trying to get my tummy good. Got the lemonade today, but I've got 6 weeks of antibiotic tablets. But you do whatever you do to get rid of infection, don't you? You don't want to go back to that place again. Sophie. She's in the dirt now. Little bit of admin, guys. What a little bit of admin. We always do have a little bit. Oh, my last video, guys. Yes, they limited the ads on my video, which means the monetization was down very low. Don't know why. I mean, what was in that video that was so bad? I see worse things on YouTube. I do not know why they censor my videos so much. But anyway, yes, censoring's still going on and had limited ads on my video. Very frustrating, guys, very frustrating. And it's always the video that goes really well that they always limit. It's so annoying, YouTube. I know you guys get it, because they always take your comments, etc. First little bit of admin, we've got, yes, in China. Oh, you guys over there. We know Trudeau is resigning. We've been talking about this for quite a while now. However, you have a new guy coming in called Mark Carney. What do you think, guys? He really doesn't like Trump at all. He's against Trump. And he thinks Trump's attacking, I can't say Canadians. Oh my God. So he's an anti-Trump guy. So I'm guessing this Mark Carney is on the same team as Trudeau. I think he could be a little bit of a WEF puppet, just saying. What do you think, guys? Let me know what you think down below. Hopefully we'll get to have a vote and maybe you can get Pierre Poilievre in. Fingers to that, guys, because this Mark Carney's not sounding so great, is he? I'm sure in his mind he's going to make Canada great again. They're all full of garbage, aren't they? So your vote, I think it's at the end of the year. So fingers that something gives. But it'll be interesting in the meantime to see how this guy goes. But just listening to him talk, I know over there, let us know what you guys think if you're in China, because you probably know him better than I do. Than most of us do, rather. The other thing is here, yes, of course, very important. They're now giving out free RSV jabs, yes, for newborn babies before they leave hospital. Yep. And it's all free. I love the way they throw in everything's free. We know nothing's free. We know us taxpayers are paying for all that and big pharma's making all the profit and money out of it. So that's the latest. Because if the mother hasn't had the RSV jab, which is that terrible respiratory virus, which has suddenly appeared out of nowhere since the CV event, the immortal CV event, And then they're saying it's a passive way of immunising them, but you've got to get it done regularly. So, I'm not really sure what to think of that, guys. But we can't talk about that because we get censored on YouTube because there's only one narrative, as we all know. What's the other thing I was going to talk about? Sorry, guys, just bear with me. Oh, yep, the Raw Kardashians. We've got Kate back on the scene again, looking as thin as a pencil. What is with her? She was at Westminster Abbey. Everything's all back to normal and wonderful, and her and William are all like lovey-dovey families again. Like everything. Like, I just can't work these Raw Kardashians out, guys. I don't know what to think of it. I honestly don't. And then we've got, what really happened to Kate? Because a lot of us aren't buying the cancer thing. She's still got all her hair. It certainly looks like her hair. I could be wrong, maybe. Maybe it's a wig. We don't know what kind of cancer she had, so who's judging, really? But she looks thin. And we all know that Diana had an eating disorder, so maybe it is an eating disorder. Who knows? But anyway, very thin for someone her age, isn't she, guys? The other thing is, with all Kardashians, we've got, Chucky. And we're getting to hear all about his lovely music playlist. How's that a newsworthy story? Does anyone really want to know what Chucky's playing? And one of his favourites is Kylie Minogue. Yeah, little Kylie from down under here in Oz. The Locomotion. Do the locomotion with me. Oh, I'm just seeing Chucky dancing around in his bloody lounge room to Locomotion. Like, seriously? How is these newsworthy stories? I mean, I'm sure we're going to all go out and put Chucky's playlist on our Spotify. Like, not. Oh, I just don't get this world, guys. It's like a distraction, really, isn't it? If you look over here, I'm a normal person and I play music. But just don't look at... Oh, sorry, guys. But just don't look over here at all the WE of climate crap that I'm starting to work on and bring out. And it's just so obvious to us, isn't it? Us BS detectors, we see through everything, don't we, guys? Anyway, how about I close my eyes, we get started and we'll see what comes up. God, I'm getting this quote, the land of the living. The land of the living. There's a song, isn't it? The land of the living, land of the living. God, I'm just getting that in quotes. Land of the living. See, this is what we're doing. We're living. We're living our life, guys. We're not just robots going through the motions. As BS detectors, awakened souls, we're living our life. We're choosing to have a simple life. We're choosing to find joy in the environments that we're living in. Oh, and also, guys, I forgot to show you. I went down to the Salvation Army today shop. You know how they have those St. Vinny's Salvation Army shops. And look, I found a pouch bag to wear. And you can wear it. Sorry, guys. You can wear it across like this, like a belt bag. Or you can wear it around your waist. It's one of those ones. And I thought that would be really good for the wedding. So it looks a little bit... It's like a... Would you say that's like a snake skin? Do you think that's real? Looks fake. But anyway, it's like a little pouch bag. So I thought that would be really good for the wedding with my Lord of the Rings dress. Sorry, I just forgot to show you that one. I had it sitting there. I go off on a tangent, don't I? Life is for living. Life is for living. Life is for living. I think there's a song by Sherbet, an Aussie band called Life. And then I'm getting another song, Life, oh Life. Is it by Alicia Keys or somewhere? I'm just getting all this life. Life is for living. And the guides are saying it's about joy, not harbouring resentment, not dragging around the hurt. Like, you know, we talk about the big heavy Santa sack and that dragging around the hurts. Life is for living. We have to live our best life. Like, for example, I've just gone through those 2 operations and had that big infection and everything in my body, but I'm out here just enjoying my life. Like, when you go through things, it makes you really appreciate the smallest things in life, doesn't it? So that's what I'm getting for all of us. Just keep living your best life, because life is for living. That's the big message I'm getting today. All right. Oh, I'm getting a warning for everyone to be very careful of scams. Scams are really on the rise now. We know with AI, with everything, it's not hard to make something look real. So you have to be very, very super cautious now of scams and people trying to take your money, charging you $50 here and $50 there. Or if they did that to, you think of 100 people, like that's pretty good money, isn't it? So it's not even going to be for big amounts of money. But it adds up when they're doing it to hundreds and thousands of people. So it's just saying scam alert, be very careful. Mostly on your phones, I'm getting. On your phones, things are going to pop up a lot. We know sometimes everything's like interconnected, isn't it? It's very hard now with this world. I remember once I had to order a new modem, and somehow they must have known about it, and they rang me up and they were so convincing. They even had me fooled, but I didn't give out any information. Fortunately, I was aware of it. But I was questioning it, thinking, oh, is this real? Like they were saying they couldn't connect it unless they had such and such money, and there was an issue with it. You know how they carry on. But it was the day it arrived in the mail, so it all coincided. So they are very good, these scam artists. So we're getting lots of warnings to be very aware of scam artists. Really on the increase, and they're going to be different kind of scams too. They're going to be things like delivery scams, like you know how you get your parcels delivered, say from Amazon or Temu or whatever. They're going to send these, they intercept, you know how it's all interconnected, like I said, and they're going to say they need this extra postage because they didn't charge you the right fee, or there'll be all this dodgy stuff. So you just have to ignore it. The guides are saying if you get anything like that, just ignore it. Don't tap on any links. Just be very, very on high alert for scammers in this coming year. It's going to be big because people are so desperate for money, aren't they? The cost of living is just destroying everybody. Oh, I went shopping downtown today. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Haven't been downtown for ages. And all the little shops are just dead quiet. I know this is happening where you guys are overseas everywhere. It's so sad. Small business is just being destroyed. And that part of the plan is working really well, I have to say. No one has any extra cash to spend. They are struggling. And when they do, they buy it off all the cheap sites like Temu and all this kind of stuff. But it's not quality products, of course. But sadly, the economy is just making people not spend. Because basically after the bills, guys, and fuel and everything else, there is nothing to spend. And your mortgage, nothing to spend. So all the little shops that I went into are pretty much just seeing how this year's going to pan out. Like, that's sad. It's sad, guys. We're going to see definitely more vacant shops everywhere. It's a big corner to turn, you know. Even if we get a new leader in here in Oz, for example, it's still going to take a good 6 months for anything to even find its way back to any normality where people are making profit again and getting ahead. As we know, no wages go up, but cost of everything continues to increase. But not for all the global elites and the politicians and blah, blah, blah. Not much seems to happen there, does it? They just keep, it does happen rather. They just keep getting their pay rises and their wages keep going up. Oh, it's so sickening, isn't it? They look after themselves, them and their poly mates and all that. Get their bonuses and their titles, like, what is it? Dame Jab Cinder and all this sort of stuff. Even didn't Dan Andrews get something like that? Knighthood? Vomit. Anyway, let's keep going, guys. Sorry, guys. You know, there's just so much stuff comes up in my head sometimes I can't control it. Keep getting Europe's rising. They're not going to take it. It's so good. And we know all those European leaders are coming together to try and force things onto people. But I keep saying it, they're going to step up. People will step up in Europe. They're not happy about the way their life's going down the drain. So they're going to stand up. You're going to get a lot of protests across Europe. All sorts too. I'm seeing nurses, I'm seeing tractors and farmers. I'm seeing like a whole variety, just a whole range of people. Like even saying to like garbage truck drivers and everything. Just everything that you could think of. Council street workers that sweep the streets and all that sort of thing. I think you're going to get a lot of protests in all areas when it comes to wages being increased and their needs not being fulfilled. Like I said, the cost of living in Europe has been absolutely horrendous. All right. God, I'm getting earthquakes, earth tremors in downtown California. I just say whatever comes through, guys. Just take from my videos what you choose. Not to the point of actual earth splitting apart, but there's going to be big tremors, big shakes, probably within the next 3 months, I would say. You guys have been through a lot anyway, but then on top of that, you're going to get structural problems maybe to do with these tremors, is what I'm getting around California. Where's Ohio? Ohio. There might be some issue like to do with this in Ohio as well. It's saying like the expansion of the earth, the heating up of the earth, the cracking of the earth. Not on a huge disaster scale like you'd see in a movie or something like that. It's just enough to wreak havoc is what I'm getting for these areas. They're showing me like bills coming together on one big bill. I feel like, you know how we get the rates bill, we get the water bill, we get all our electricity bill. I feel like there's going to be this thing in the future, probably within the next 3 years, that they're going to combine all this together and it'll be one big bill. Can you imagine how big that bill will be? Because we know they're going to keep putting everything up, don't we, guys? So they're going to try and simplify all this. Simplify it all so that people aren't having to pay this and pay that and pay this. It's going to be one big, like, government bill. Hang on. And it's like they're saying it's like a combined utilities bill. A combined utilities bill for all the services that we're using. And it's going to be kind of this one size fits all. Like it's going to be averaged out. Oh, God. Which makes no sense because some people use tons of water and others use hardly any. So that wouldn't be very fair, would it? But I am getting this, that they could take like it. Sophie's digging a great big hole as usual. Sophie, get out of the dirt. Oh, my God. She's got this big black beard. So that's what I'm getting, like a centralized utility bill. And so, in other words, what's going to happen, people who don't use a lot of water or electricity and that are going to start getting shirty with the people who use lots. So it's going to cause problems. This is the next 3 years. It's going to cause a lot of problems. And again, we're going to go back to the old dobbing thy neighbour, etc., etc. They're wasting water, or people saying that they don't have rainwater tanks, so it's just wastage. And there's going to be a lot of arguments and things around this. Well, it's saying like a centralised utility bill for all the services that we use. They don't want it all separate. They want it, oh, we know everything's got to be one world, everything, like one world bank, one world order. Well, I'm getting that for the utility payments. They want it all centralised, and it's going to work on an average. So everyone will be paying this like average payment. It's like they're going to add it all up, and then everyone will have to just do the average amount, which kind of is very strange. I don't know how that would work, but that's what they're showing me. It's very strange, isn't it? I just can't imagine how that could work. Because you think about it, if people are using water to, well, tap water to hose their lawns, etc., and they're going to have a nice lawn and you're going to have a crappy lawn, it's going to cause problems, isn't it? If you're not using much water and you're still having to pay larger amounts, that's not going to work. I don't see it. But as we know, with Clown Show 3.0, we'll talk about now this year, nothing surprises us on this channel. Their mad ideas just never really go to plan. Like I say, it's always good on paper until it doesn't make sense to the little people and they don't know why it's being implemented and why it's being done. Again, there'll be tons of questions around all of this. People will oppose it. People will oppose it. They won't want to all be paying the same amount. I mean, I'm sure the wealthier people would be fine with it because that'll probably bring their costs down. But that's going to cause more division, isn't it? That's all I'm seeing with it. If they do try that sort of thing, paying everything on in one group and doing an average. They just want to get us more and more the same, don't they? We'll be wearing the same clothes soon, won't we, guys? We'll all have a uniform. Uniform. Oh my God. With no identity. We'll just be like those, well, like in Panda. You think of a lot of their soldiers and that, they're all in the same clothes. They all look exactly the same. They move the same. They're so orderly is probably the word I'm looking for. All right. Let's see if there's anything else. I'm getting Philippines and UK. There's a link between, I'm getting UK. I thought it was America at first, but it's UK. There's a link between the Philippines and UK. A lot of deals going on between the Philippines and the UK. See, Starmageddon will promise the world. He's one of these people that thinks he's really going to help other countries and everything. So I'm getting this connection between Philippines and UK for some reason. It could be in leadership. It could be the leaders coming together. I'm not sure, but I'm just seeing the leaders of the Philippines and Starmageddon and his crew coming together, having meetings. And they're showing me like torpedoes and military bullets, guns. This could be about weapon supply, I'm thinking. The Philippines maybe has some sort of commodity or some sort of important mineral or something that can be used in these weapons, explosives, guns, missiles. I'm just getting that sort of thing is what I'm getting. So there's a relationship connection between the Philippines and UK. And I'm getting a message for us guys that we haven't forgotten, but we have moved on. And this is about the CV event and the 2019 things that really started to unfold back then. Like, it was hard for us as awakened souls or people on this channel that have awakened along the way. It's hard, but we have to really keep moving forward. Like we've really discovered that way to move forward. It's like we've got on a treadmill. Like in 2019, the treadmill wasn't turned on. And then suddenly each year we've pressed the button and the treadmill's got a little bit faster, a little bit faster, a little bit faster. So we started off walking and then we sort of began to jog, and then slowly now we're like running. So we're running forward to like our new earth, our new life. And without looking back. We're not looking back anymore. Well, we do look back, but we look back and laugh, don't we, usually, really, on this channel? Because it was completely mad, the whole experience, really. It really was. And when you see people wearing masks down the street, and then you go like, really? Please, can you just take that thing off? It's crazy, but we do laugh, but we are really moving forward at a really good pace now, is what they're saying. That's making us healthier and whole. We've now got good techniques and good ways of not starving ourselves of life, but rebuilding our life to the full is what I'm getting. Oh my God, guys, how about we pull some cards? My brain is just about fried from all of this. It really is. Let's pull a happiness card. Oh, my brain, I'm so tired. I think I'm tired from the medication. I feel just really tired all the time. But then my body's healing a big cavity in the side of my hip as well. I forget about that because it's kind of healing up on the outside. You forget that it's got to heal on the inside as well. And we got 2 little feet. Would that be to do with grounding? Remember, reminisce about happy memories. Oh. So I guess that's what they're saying. Focus on the good times. That's why I think we get so much music here. I'm getting that show, Good Times. Remember Good Times? Good Times. Oh, all the old shows. But I am getting that focus on the good times. And that's why I think we get a lot of music. Because music can emote in you feelings and take you back to a really good place. Oh, for example, Chucky with Kylie Minogue's Locomotion. Oh, yeah. It's such a joke, isn't it? Oh my God. Chucky's obviously very into music like us guys. Oh dear. We have to laugh, guys, because it's that idiotic, isn't it, all the things? How's it a newsworthy story? How's it of any interest to anyone, anywhere, at all? Or maybe Kylie Minogue, that's probably about all. Oh my God. What have we got? I've got to put the specs on, hang on, it's really little writing. Nature. Oh no. Notice. What doesn't feel right in your heart, do less of that. What lights up your soul, do more of that. I've got like there. I don't know what that hand's called with that eye in it. So do more of what makes you feel good. That's how you heal, isn't it? You do more of what fills you with happiness and joy. Hey guys, I've got this Living in the Power of Now book here. Fantastic read. Eckhart was so ahead of his time. It's insane. I'm going to read a little bit. Ready? Impermanence and the cycles of life. However, as long as you are in the physical dimension and linked to the collective human psyche, physical pain, although rare, is still possible. This happens a lot when we go through our soul awakening, doesn't it, guys? And our dark nights of the soul, which is extremely painful, like cracking open an egg. This is not to be confused with suffering, with mental emotional pain. All suffering is ego-created and is due to resistance. Also, as long as you are in this dimension, you are still subject to its cyclical nature and to the law of impermanence of all things. But you no longer perceive this as bad, it just is, which we've become like that, haven't we? We've become more accepting of what is. Through allowing the isness of all things, a deeper dimension underneath the play of opposites reveals itself to you as an abiding presence, an unchanging deep stillness, an uncaused joy behind good and bad. This is the joy of being, the peace of God. On the level of form, there is birth and death, creation and destruction, growth and dissolution, of seemingly separate forms. This is reflected everywhere in the life cycle of a star or a planet, a physical body, a tree, a flower, in the rise and fall of nations, political systems, civilizations, and in the inevitable cycles of gain and loss in the life of an individual. There are cycles of success when things come to you and thrive, and cycles of failure when they wither or disintegrate, and you have to let them go in order to make room for new things to arise, or for transformation to happen. If you cling and resist at that point, it means you are refusing to go with the flow of life, and you will suffer. See, that's exactly right. And that's what the awakening is. It's a suffering that you go through. And Eckhart Tolle is the absolute master. There's a few videos on that Power of Now on YouTube. Go and check them out. This is the choice you have to make. Do you want to continue to suffer, or do you want to feel that joy and that freedom of flow? And that's why you've got to constantly, as awakened souls, keep working on yourself. You can't just sit back and go, oh, I've done all my work. I had my dark night of the soul and oh, yeah, everything's great. It isn't. You've got to continuously work at these things. For example, my daughter was talking to me last night, and she's got a new little boyfriend or something, and his friend's being really mean to her about her race because she's from Thailand and blah, blah, blah. And I just said, you've got to call him out on it because he'll keep doing it to you. So she's been trying, she's going to actually say to him, why are you always rude to me? Like, she's trying to find that strength inside. And it just reminds me of a lot of times that I used to go through before I really understood myself, that I didn't realize I had the power to stand up to people who were trying to project their unworthiness really onto me. Whereas as an adult, most of us recognize those things. So that's just an example. Like, you don't need to keep suffering. You need to choose to stand in your own strength and power and just keep flowing and not having that resistance in your body. Because it's the resistance that causes that contraction and that awful pain that I always talk about. And as sensitive souls, empaths, intuitives, my daughter's very empathic. She's very, very sensitive. Hence, I homeschool her because she was getting overwhelmed at school. Energy comes behind the words. And I think for a lot of us, even though we hear the words and we know what people are saying, we feel what they're thinking. So we sense what they're really thinking. And this is where you've got to kind of look at your intuition and your sixth sense as a real blessing, because it can guide you. You can hear what's going on with somebody. You can sense something isn't right. Well, listen to those things. This is why it's so important, guys. Let me see if there's anything else to finish off with today, guys. But yeah, that's what they're saying. Once you learn to go with the flow, your body just calms down, and it calms down your mind as well. And you just feel in a much happier, clearer, more expanded state. All right. Oh, I'm getting songs about angels. I'm getting that Angel of Harlem by U2. I'm getting There's an Angel by Robbie Williams. What an absolutely magic song. I love that song. It's got all these like highs and lows in it. And I love when they're on the motorbike on the beach and the hands fly back, and it's just that feeling of freedom. Go watch the film clip today. There's an Angel by Robbie Williams, and I'm getting Angel of Harlem by U2, and they gave me another song. Hang on a minute. Now I can't get the Robbie Williams song out of my head. I love that song. Hang on, they gave me another Angel song. Well, they're giving me a song by, I think, the Angels here. It's an Aussie band. You might know them overseas. Don't worry, it's all right. I'll be coming home to see you tonight. Don't worry, it's okay. I'll be coming home to see you today. Oh, it's an awesome song. Go look it up, The Angels. I'm sure it's The Angels. I think it's Don't Worry. Don't worry, it's all right. I'll be coming home to see you, coming home to see ya. I think it's The Angels. Well, anyway, I'm getting that as well. What's all this angelic angel energy I'm getting today? Hang on a minute. Oh, I'm getting this song by Frankie Goes to Hollywood. I'll finish off with this today because, you know, this is one of my favourite songs. We've had it a few times. The Power of Love. Oh, meaning the power of love, you know. Keep opening up. Keep shifting. Keep expanding. Don't stay in that resisted, closed down state, guys. Just keep opening up. I'm getting that power of... The power of love has a great frequency vibration. And you know, it's not love in that cheesy way. It's love in a life perspective way of loving things around you, loving that butterfly that's now flying through the veggie gardens here, loving the birds, loving the dogs, loving the blue sky, loving the rain. It doesn't matter what you're loving. Loving having that feeling of freedom and no longer suffering and being in pain. That's another one that I really love, is when you do awaken, you feel like a completely different person. And even going through my ops and going through what I did with all my abscess and my operations and everything, I'm just loving being able to walk properly again. Like, that's a huge deal for me. I feel completely different. I do feel a lot more energized. So these are the kind of things. That's what the power of love is. The power of love is the frequency vibration that you're sending off. So I'm going to leave you with that song today. I love that song by Frankie Goes to Hollywood, The Power of Love. Go play that as well today. Yeah, Robbie Williams, Angels. Check out The Angels, the band. They're awesome. Oh, I think it's Unlock the Door and Let Me In. Oh, I don't know. Go check out the songs anyway. You know what I'm talking about. You'll find them. All right, take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day. I'll say goodbye from me and my action doggos. Sprocket. All he does is eat and sleep and look for tomatoes and strawberry. I found him a strawberry in the strawberry patch before. He was that excited. It was only a tiny little one, but he still ate it. And Sophie's sitting in her dirt hole over there. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and I'll come on and talk to you very soon. All the best, guys, and thanks again for all your beautiful comments. You guys are awesome. I've really got to know you over the years. A lot of you have been with me forever. Just zillions of you. Hell's Bells, Tanya, oh gosh, Bit of Lather. Everybody. There's so many people that write to me all the time. Oh, Catherine's, oh my God. That Fat Toad, hello. Oh my God. I don't want to mention you all because there's just too many of you for me to say, but you know who you are. I always try and write back to you guys because you are important to me, and it's lovely to hear from you and know what's actually going on in your countries. All right, enough of me prattling on. I'll say goodbye. I'm going to go and enjoy the sunshine. Take care, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Don't forget, like buttons. Please comment. Bye.